Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Isha. Should I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in last class we have studied that the bacteria, there are the cell envelope of bacteria is composed of three layers. The outer one is glycocalyx, the second one is cell wall, and the third one is plasma membrane. So what is glycocalyx? This glycocalyx differs in composition and its thickness. Like different bacterial species or different bacteria have variation in the thickness as well as composition of this glycocalyx. So it may be a like loose layer of loose sheath that is known as slime layer, and in many bacteria this glycocalyx may be present in form of thick and a tough layer known as capsule. Okay, where is Asmi? Where is Asmi? Okay, so the cell wall determines, so what is the like function of cell wall. This cell wall determines the shape of the cell. So what is the function of the cell is that cell wall is that it provides the shape to the cell, or it maintains the shape to the cell, as well as it provides the structural support to the cell. ठीक है. And so, and one more thing, this cell wall is controlling, like to prevent the bursting or collapsing of bacteria is mainly because this cell wall is very rigid, so it prevents the bacteria from bursting as well. Okay, and the third layer is the plasma membrane. This plasma membrane is selectively permeable. So what do you mean by selectively permeable? Risha, tell me.
Ma'am, it only allows the entrance of few materials.
Inside
Like,
the cell.
yeah.
Okay, ठीक है. It is semi-permeable in nature and it interacts with outer world because the plasma membrane बाहर होगी, इसलिए it interacts with the outer world, and this membrane is similar structurally to that of eukaryotes. Means the plasma membrane in case of bacteria is just similar to that in case of eukaryotes, and a special membranous structure, that is mesosome, will be present. I have told you in earlier class, I think, what is mesosome. Plasma membrane, if it get like folded in inner side, then it will form some pouch like structures known as mesosome. I think I have added the diagram as well. This is mesosome. Okay, this yellow color is plasma membrane, and if this plasma membrane get folded inner side, then it will form this mesosome. Okay. अरे क्या हुआ? Okay. So these like extension of the plasma membrane may be in form of vesicles, that is like this, the rounded or different swollen structures known as vesicles, or it may be in form of tubules. So you can see this is like branched shaped structure tubules, or it may be in form of lamellae. So ye crispy shaped like elongated structures are lamellae. So the plasma membrane may get may be converted into few extensions. So they may be in three forms. And what is their function? They help in cell wall formation. These three, vesicles, tubules, and lamellae, help in cell wall formation, DNA replication, as well as distribution of daughter cells, that is during replication. Okay. And they also help in respiration, secretion, as well as to increase, they are responsible for increasing the surface area of plasma membrane and the enzymatic contents. Okay? Okay. Now what happened in cases of few prokaryotes like cyanobacteria, like except that mesosomes, few other membranous extensions are present into cytoplasm that are known as chromatophores, and these chromatophores consist of pigments. So these mesosomes will be present mostly in many bacteria, but in some cases, like in case of cyanobacteria, some special, different type of membranous extensions are present that are known as chromatophores, and they are named as chromatophores because they consist of colors or pigments. Okay, so how does this how did this chromosome, you can observe this, like this green color thing, it represents the chromatophore. Sorry, this is chromatophore. It is it is represented by this green color. This is chromatophore. This is the ribosome that is present inside the bacteria, and this is the nuclear membrane and the nuclear material, that is nucleus, DNA. These are the mesosomes. Except mesosome, matlab along with, sorry, not except mesosome, along with mesosomes, few different like membranous structures may be present that are known as chromatophore. Okay? Anvadya, you get your copy? Have you checked?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Okay. So bacterial cells may be either motile or they may be non-motile. If they are motile, then they consist of thin filamentous extensions from their cell wall that are known as flagella. So a question may be asked that in case of filamentous, in case of motile bacteria, which organ is responsible, question. Okay. So flagella in case of motile bacteria is like originated from which portion of the bacteria, or which portion, then you should say from cell wall. Like these flagella are originated from cell wall, or they are the outgrowth that are coming from the cell wall. So like these may differ in their arrangement as well as in number. Means this thing is not fixed that one bacteria will have one flagella only. It may have two or more flagellas as well. Okay? And the bacterial flagellum, so this flagella that is present, that is responsible for motility of the bacteria, it is again divided into three portions, that is filament, hook and basal body. Okay? So in case of this flagella, the filament, this one is the filament, this green color represents the filament, this white color represents the hook, and this basal portion represents the basal body. If the diagram is visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So the filament is the longest part of the एक मिनट
Bacteria.
Okay. Okay. Extend from the and this again extend from the cell surface. I have told you earlier also. So beside flagella, the pili and fimbriae are also the surface structures of the bacteria, but they do not play a role in motility. So if anyone asks you that the motility of the bacteria is because of flagella, pili, fimbriae, or chromatophore, then you should say it is because of this filament. Filament. Okay?
What about flagella, ma'am?
No, not flagella, not filament, flagella. Okay? क्या हो रहा है? Okay. And so the pili, what is difference between the pili and fimbriae then? So they are elongated tubular structures. These pili looks like this. These are the pili. Okay, this green color represents pili. This smaller gray color represents fimbriae, and this orange color is represented by flagella. ठीक है, ओके।
Ma'am,
Ma'am.
could you repeat? Could you repeat what's a chromatophore?
Like, what is mesosome? You tell me first.
When the plasma membrane is folded in, then it's
Extensions
called,
of plasma.
yeah, it's
Extensions
called,
of plasma membrane toward inner side of the bacterial cell is known as mesosome. So just like mesosome, one more extension of plasma membrane will be present, that is known as chromatophore. But what is difference between these mesosomes and chromosomes is that the chromosomes are colorful, or they have few pigments that are responsible for providing color. ठीक है?
okay, yeah. So these chromatophores are responsible for that, like color.
Pigment, they consist of pigments. That's why they are known as chroma means color. Chroma is word that is related to color. So chromatophore means they are the extensions of plasma membranes present in case of few bacteria, and they consist of pigments. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, got it.
Ma'am, there's only a single flagella present, right? Flagella
No.
is singular and flagellum is plural, or the other way around?
Flagella is singular and flagellum means a group
Plural.
of flagella or more than two.
So there's only one flagella present in a bacteria?
No, it is not necessary. I have told you earlier also that they vary in their structure as well as in their number. So it is not necessary that always one flagella will be
like
present.
dinoflagellates have two, and then okay.
So more than, like, basically it depends. It varies according to the like species or varieties of the bacteria. So it is not fixed that they will have. So this thing you have to remember only. If you are learning, like if you are studying case of one bacteria, then you have to learn for a particular bacteria that it consists of one flagella or two flagella or more than two flagella. Okay. So this thing is not fixed. Okay. So what is the function of these pili and fibrae? We have studied that filament is responsible for motility, and what this pili and fibrae are responsible for? They are the organelles of adhesions. So these pili and fibrae are mainly responsible for adhesion of the bacteria to like it helps the bacteria to colonize a particular environment or particular place. Adhesion ke liye they are responsible. Means the bacteria moves to other place with the help of filaments, and what helps them to get stick to a particular place is these fibrae and pili.
Ma'am, I had once asked you the function of pili in bacteria, right? So that time you had told that pili helps in like the genetic transfer of.
Reproduction में भी help करता है वो.
So even that is also a function, right?
वो that pili thing, जो reproduction transfer वाली चीज, you will be going to study in your higher classes. Like when you will come in your graduations, then you will learn that process of conjugation. उसमें this pili is responsible for that. Will form a tube-like structures between two bacteria. ठीक है. So that, but like till your 11th standard, you should know that they are responsible for addition. As ठीक है. No one is going to ask you the function of pili in reproduction. ठीक है, वो अभी का level नहीं है. That will be a like higher level thing. ठीक है. So yes, the second thing is, okay, so new is ribosomes, and this chapter is very interesting. तो अच्छे से पढ़ो, it will be very good chapter. बहुत ही अच्छा है, और I don't think कि इसमें से कुछ भी portion is deleted, है ना?
Nothing is deleted.
This is very good chapter. Now ribosomes and inclusion bodies. So in case of prokaryotes, the ribosomes are associated with the plasma membrane of the cell. Okay, like सबसे बाहर क्या है? Glycocalyx, then cell wall, then plasma membrane. So in case of prokaryotes, ribosomes are like attached, associated with the plasma membrane, and there are about 15 nm to 20 nm in their size, and they are made up of 2 subunits. This is very important thing. I think objective question will be asked on this. Okay, the prokaryotic ribosomes consist of 2 subunits. So first, the prokaryotic ribosome is 70S or 80S, then you should know it is 70S. And if it is 70S, then what are the 2 subunits? Then you should know it is 50S and 30S. Okay? It is made up of 2 subunits. S represents the sedimentation coefficient, मतलब उनका addition. Okay? So ribosomes are, what is the function of ribosomes? These ribosomes are site of protein synthesis, means the synthesis of proteins occur within these ribosomes. Several ribosomes may attach to a single mRNA and form a chain known as polyribosomes. So what is polyribosome? Polyribosomes means if a group or many ribosomes get attached to a single mRNA, then they will form a chain that is known as polyribosomes. Okay, so this is the, like, this represents the prokaryotic ribosomes and its 2 subunits. This is 50S, this is 30S. They are the separated units and they are the combined units of prokaryotic ribosomes. And eukaryotic ribosomes are of 80S, and these are the 2 subunits, 60S and 40S.
What is S again?
Sedimentation coefficient. S represents the sedimentation coefficient.
What does that mean?
It means ribosomes का जो binding होता है ना, that is sedimentation coefficient per minute. I'll tell you the definition.
Is this there in our textbook?
No.
No, right?
No, that is not in your book.
Yes, ma'am, it's there. Sedimentation coefficient. It is indirectly the measure of density and size. That's what it's written.
वो आप लिखो sedimentation coefficient of ribosome, then it will come. राइबोसोम के केस में ये कुछ अलग होगा शायद.
Ma'am, it's under ribosome only.
The amount of time it would take the particle to reach its terminal velocity under the given acceleration की फिजिक्स का डेफिनेशन हो गया पूरा. लर्न कर लेना ये डेफिनेशन, कोई पूछ भी सकता है. What do you mean by S in ribosome? Then you should say it means sedimentation coefficient. And what is the definition of sedimentation coefficient? Write somewhere. You should learn it. ठीक है? कोई पूछ भी सकता है. Someone may ask one line question. ठीक है? Just add that in your notes. Okay? So how does the polyribosome looks like? This is the this blue color thing represents the mRNA, and they are like different ribosomes. So if a single mRNA consists of many ribosomes, then it is known as polyribosome. Okay? It would take the particle to reach its terminal velocity under the given acceleration. ठीक है, एक छोटा सा देती हूँ मैं, उतना डेफिनेशन तो मुझे नहीं लगता कोई पूछेगा. तो द सेडिमेंटेशन कोएफिशिएंट और स्वेडबर्ग यूनिट भी कहते हैं. इट इज अ मेजर ऑफ सेडिमेंटेशन रेट ऑफ पार्टिकल व्हेन सेंट्रीफ्यूज्ड. मतलब सेडिमेंटेशन मींस सेटल डाउन. So what does this S represents? This S represents the sedimentation rate of a particle when centrifuged. Centrifuge means अगर उसको बहुत fast rotate करेंगे किसी चीज को, तो how much time it will take to get settled down is known as S, that is sedimentation coefficient or Sedgwick unit. समझ में आया थोड़ा?
Ma'am, but how is centrifugation involved here in case of ribosome?
अरे जब ये mRNA, जब प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस you will learn ना, then you will come to know. जब प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस होती है तो ये आपका mRNA है, यहाँ पे आपका वो राइबोसोम ऐसे मूव करता है अलोंग द एमआरएनए, फिर यहाँ स्टार्ट कोडोन होता है, यहाँ स्टॉप कोडोन होता है, स्टॉप कोडोन पे आके वो राइबोसोम नीचे गिर जाता है और आपका प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस हो जाता है। उस वक्त को दे आर लाइक सेइंग दैट, ये मेनली वो उससे रिलेटेड है। अभी डेफिनेशन तो पता नहीं इन्होंने ऐसे क्यों दी है, बाकी मेन काम उसका राइबोसोम का प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस में होता है। ये एमआरएनए पे अटैच होके स्टार्ट कोडोन से स्टॉप कोडोन तक जाते जाते नया एमआरएनए या नया प्रोटीन सिंथेसाइज करते हैं। ठीक है,
Can you
now
repeat the definition once more?
you can Google it. It is
Okay,
given
okay.
in Google.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I don't think that is necessary, but if you want, you can learn the definition. क्योंकि इससे ज्यादा I don't think someone is going to ask you what did you mean by S in ribosome. Then you should know the answer that it represents the sedimentation coefficient. Simple. And if you want, you can learn the definition too. Okay. So what are inclusion bodies? The reserved material in prokaryotic cells. These are the reserved material that are present in the prokaryotic cells, and they are present in the cytoplasm of the bacteria or prokaryotes. Okay. And they are not bound by the membrane, as we know that prokaryotes consist of all non-membranous structures, and they are present freely in the cytoplasm, like phosphate granules, Synophician granules and glycogen granules. They are examples of inclusion bodies, and the gas vacuoles are found in the blue, green and purple and green photosynthetic bacteria. Again, they are the examples of inclusion bodies. Okay, so main purpose, what is the main purpose of these inclusion bodies is storage of reserved material in case of prokaryotes. So any doubt till now?
No, ma'am.
Okay, should I proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One more thing, तुम तीनों में से किसी ने भी फ्लोरल फॉर्मूला सही नहीं लिखा है?
Ma'am, how do you represent locules in floral formula? I didn't know that.
लोक्यूल्स को क्यों रिप्रेजेंट करना है फ्लोरल फॉर्मूला में?
You don't have to represent?
जो नो यू कांट, कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करोगे फ्लोरल फॉर्मूला में लोक्यूल्स में? फ्लोरल फॉर्मूला में तो सिंपल जो मैंने टर्म्स लिखी थी, यू जस्ट हैव टू राइट देम. एक्टिनोमॉर्फिक मींस यू हैव टू राइट प्लस, and bisexual means you have to write symbol of bisexual, and fused or free flowers, yeah, like petals, then you have to write the same condition. Pentamerous means 5 sub, everything will be 5 will be sepals, 5 will be petals.
So, ma'am, what if it wasn't given that they were supposed to be fused or not fused?
So if it is not given, then there is no need to make
So do
them
we
fused.
have to write it with brackets or without brackets?
No, if it is written that they are fused, then you have to write bracket. Otherwise, there is no need of bracket. You just have to write whatever I have written. अगर मैं वो situation लिखती कि they are fused, then you have to write the bracket. Otherwise, simple लिखना था. Like I am very disappointed कि किसी ने एक ने भी floral formula नहीं लिखा. So I have to work on that. Like I have to give you कुछ थोड़े बहुत questions on that, so that you can come to know कि कैसे लिखना है floral formula. क्योंकि this is very important question, पूछा जाएगा ही. फ्लोरल डायग्राम बनाने का देंगे या नहीं, या आई डोंट नो. एंड वन मोर थिंग, वो जो एस्टिवेशन वाले डायग्राम्स थे ना, उसमें लाइक एक डायग्राम, देयर वाज वन डायग्राम ऑफ पेटल्स एंड अदर डायग्राम वाज लाइक जो मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था क्लास में, दैट इज सिंपलेस्ट डायग्राम. यू हैव टू लर्न दैट. जो पेटल्स वाला डायग्राम ऊपर दिया हुआ था ना, वो नहीं ड्रॉ कर पाएंगे हम, वो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट होता है और वो कंफ्यूजिंग भी होता है. ठीक है, इसलिए वो जो अनवद्य ने जो डायग्राम बनाया अपनी कॉपी में, वो सही है. यूज दैट डायग्राम. ओके, ठीक है. नाउ यूकैरियोटिक सेल्स. हाँ, और यू हैव सीन दैट आंसर शीट?
Ma'am, I had almost written the same definition for exotic and endemic species, ma'am. You gave it as wrong. Like I had almost written the same definition.
I don't know यार, I have taken it from Google, so I don't know, might be possible कि वो wrong होगा. I'll
Yeah,
check.
could you just check it? I mean, it's not the same thing. I mean, the words are like a bit different, ma'am, but it means the same thing only, I guess, ma'am. Could you just check it once more, like after this class, or probably?
हाँ, just drop a message. I'll check.
Yeah, I'll just send you the same.
हाँ, I'll check. I am not like read that answers. I have just copy pasted from Google, and I like there is no need. Sir told me that there is no need to prepare the answer sheet, but I have prepared it for you, ताकि तुम लोग you can compare your answers with that. I don't know. I have not gone through that. हो सकता है wrong भी हो.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
what you sent is fine. I'm telling like what I wrote, right? It's a bit similar to the answer which you sent, but you have marked it as wrong. I'll just tell you what have I written.
Okay.
Just a minute, ma'am.
हाँ. एक तो यार you
Yeah.
have both Asmi and Risha, you have written in the horrible writing. Like मुझे कॉपी चेक करने में उतना स्ट्रेस हुआ है अस्मी ने तो इसलिए प्लीज फ्रॉम नाउ ऑनवर्ड्स आंसर शीट में प्लीज थोड़ा अच्छा राइटिंग यूज करो बेटा,
Yes,
क्योंकि
ma'am,
वो स्कैन कॉपी होती है ना, और मोबाइल में उतना जूम भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, तो मुझे बहुत लाइक इतना टाइम लगा है वो पढ़ने में भी कि क्या पढूं, इसलिए हो सकता है कि हाँ यू कैन वो स्क्रीनशॉट लेके भेज देना ऋषा, तुम्हारा कॉपी का भी और मेरा वाला तो मेरे पास है, खैर आई विल चेक माय आंसर शीट
Yes,
विद माय
ma'am. Yeah.
so I have given the wrong answer, or I have like
You have like in my sheet you have marked. No, yeah, like you haven't given marks for that. So if it is, I mean, it looks, it sounds the same, ma'am. But if it's wrong, could you just tell me like why is it wrong? Like you can send me a message telling me why is it wrong.
just do one thing, take screenshot of your that answer and give it to me, है ना?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Ma'am, and for me, like, there's a 10th question. I don't think you've corrected it. Ma'am, like roots, stilt roots and prop roots. It's in, I didn't write it in the first, I wrote it in the last.
So I am not giving you marks for that.
No, ma'am. You haven't corrected it. It's just.
तुमने उसमें question number कहाँ लगाया है?
Ma'am, it's there, right? Like, how does it in my phone? So, it's in the last page.
Wait 1 minute. But exams में what you have to do, you have to answer all the questions in a series. ये जो ऐसे आगे पीछे लिखते हैं ना, it's very difficult for teacher to remember. मैं तो I am checking only 3 copies, but your teacher have to check a lot of copies. तो वो कब इतना ध्यान देने बैठेगी? तो अगर if you are now not able to answer a question right, like at the same time, you can leave some space. And whenever you like, जब दिमाग में आ जाए कि I know its answer, then you should write there or only, जहाँ उस क्वेश्चन की जगह होनी चाहिए. ऐसे आगे पीछे करते हैं ना तो सब कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है. ठीक है. ये 2 marks वाला था या 1 marks वाला था?
Ma'am, I think it's 2 marks.
ठीक है, तो add 2 marks in your number. Okay. The low nodes of some plants have supporting roots. Okay. Example दिया है ना? ठीक है. और एक और चीज, तुम लोगों ने ना सिर्फ उसका डायग्राम बनाए हैं प्रेजेंटेशन के और एस्टिमेशन के, लेकिन उनके बारे में लिखना भी होता है 5 मार्क्स के क्वेश्चन में. सिर्फ डायग्राम बना के यू कांट लीव इट. मैंने बहुत लीनियंट मार्किंग करी है, बाकी उसमें नंबर देने चाहिए 2, सिर्फ 2 मार्क्स देने चाहिए. डायग्राम, सिर्फ डायग्राम के मार्क्स कौन देगा? you have to write about them also. Then like the question, if you are attempting 5-number question, then at least you have to write 2 pages. You should you should draw a diagram of one type of estimation and then tell about that, like which this estimation consists, like इसमें arrangement क्या होगा, and along with 2 examples at least. तो 5 marks के लायक आंसर होता है आपका. अदरवाइज इन सब जो भी आंसर्स में तुम लोगों ने सिर्फ डायग्राम ड्रॉ किया उसमें मुझे सिर्फ 2 मार्क्स देने चाहिए, because at the same time the diagram is important, the theory is also important as well. ठीक है. I can understand कि वो थोड़ा lengthy paper था इसलिए नहीं कर पाए तुम लोग, from now onwards, if I have written that you have to diagram or you have to draw only diagram, then you can draw only diagram, and if I am asking about the theory and diagram, then you have to write the same.
For the
You
estimation,
I know you have written.
but for the estimation, like question you've written, like the question is itself, like draw the various type of estimations possible.
So you are drawing. How can I understand that what does your diagram represent?
Oh no, I've written the names. Is that enough?
You have written the names only, but you should give the description also.
Okay.
ठीक है, बुक में दिया हुआ है ना description?
Yeah.
Then you should write the same. If you are writing answer for 5 marks, then you should know कि you have to write the theory also. ये तो ठीक है कि how can I come to know कि हाँ Excel you have drawn the diagram, but what does the diagram means? अगर like if I'm teaching you morphology of flowering plants, I have given you the diagram of flower only. Then how come you know कि what are the different parts of the flower, what is the function of each flower? You have to write that.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, because अगर ये 2 marks का question होता then it's fine. You have to draw diagram only, but it's 5 marks question, then you should write the theory as well. Okay. Eukaryotic cells. The eukaryotes includes, so now we have finished the prokaryotes, we are starting eukaryotes. So what are the members that are included in eukaryotes are, Asmi, you are feeling sleepy? Protists, plants, animals and fungi. This is very interesting chapter beta, उसको अच्छे से समझने की कोशिश करो. ठीक है. In eukaryotic cells, there is an extensive compartmentalization of cytoplasm through the presence of membrane-bound organelles. So this is the most important thing that differentiate prokaryotes from eukaryotes. That is, membrane-bound organelles are present in case of Asmi.
Eukaryotes.
You are sleeping.
No.
ठीक है. Okay. So eukaryotic cell possess an organized nucleus, or in case of prokaryotic nucleus, what is the condition, Anavadya?
Ma'am, they're not membrane bound.
Or they are not membrane bound, I know. उसके बाद हाँ, tell me, Ashmi.
Ma'am, they have a plasma membrane instead of a rigid cell wall, right?
Ma'am, the nucleus.
About nucleus.
Yeah.
Nucleus of prokaryotes.
Oh,
What
okay.
is
I thought you were asking like the primary difference. Okay.
No. I am asking about the nucleus of prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Difference of nucleus. Difference in nucleus. हाँ, एक तो मेम्ब्रेन बाउंड नहीं होगा, उनका न्यूक्लियर मटेरियल या ये डीएनए या क्रोमोसोम्स जो भी होंगे वो कैसे प्रेजेंट होंगे? Risha, you can answer if you know.
I am not getting the words.
They are present freely in the cytoplasm. ये भी बताना पड़ेगा ना बेटा, न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन नहीं है, that's fine. तो उसका जेनेटिक मटेरियल कैसे प्रेजेंट होगा? अब न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन होगी तो उसका जेनेटिक मटेरियल क्रोमोसोम के फॉर्म में
They have a fixed place in eukaryotes, whereas prokaryotes में they are all not
they are present freely within the cytoplasm. ठीक है.
Yeah.
Okay, so in addition, the eukaryotic cells have a variety of complex locomotory and cytoskeletal structures. ठीक है, ये थोड़ा सा हाई चीज है, अभी बस उतना ही याद रखना है. फिर इसमें वो एक्टिन, काइनेसिन, मायोसिन वो सब चीजें आएंगी, वो जब हम पढ़ेंगे फ्यूचर में तभी. ठीक है. And the genetic material is organized into chromosome in case of eukaryotes. So this diagram represents the structure of eukaryotic nucleus. So this outer layer represents the nuclear envelope, and some pore-like structures are present in nuclear pore. I will tell you what is its function. And this is the nucleolus, and these are the chromatin. And these are the ribosomes that are attached to outer side of the nucleus, and this is endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so endoplasmic reticulum with ribosomes is known as
rough endoplasmic reticulum.
okay. Okay. So what is the function? What is nuclear envelope? This nuclear envelope is a double membrane structure that separates the cytoplasm from nucleus. Okay, ये बाहर का area, this is cytoplasm, and this inner thing is nucleus. Okay, so nuclear envelope is a membranous structure, double membranous structure that separates the cytoplasm from nucleus. So between nucleus and cytoplasm, a double membranous structure will be present that is known as nuclear envelope. We should know that nuclear envelope is double membranous structure. Okay? Okay. Then what is nuclear pore? These are the nuclear pores. These nuclear pores are present in the membrane, that is nuclear envelope, and the function for transport of macromolecules across the nuclear envelope. Means from cytoplasm, a few things come inside the nucleus, and from nucleus few things go into the cytoplasm. They are known as macromolecules, and from nucleus these macromolecules are exported and imported or transported with the help of these nuclear pores. Okay, this diagram and these things are not given in book, but I have added क्योंकि तुम लोगों की मैम is asking like out of syllabus questions also, no? अगर ये topics आएंगे, these are the general things you should know about them. ताकि if someone asks you about like what is nuclear membrane, it is double membranous or single membranous, what are nuclear pores, where they are present, so you can answer them. ठीक है? And what is chromatin? So like it is a very important गलत लिखा है इसमें. It is a very important component, and it is scattered DNA. Means the DNA that is present in scattered form, बिखरा हुआ form. During cell division, it get organized into chromosomes. So like the single unit of chromosome is known as chromatid. Okay, two chromatids combine to form chromosomes. ठीक है? So and these chromosomes are formed, or these chromatids get organized during the division of the cell. Cell division के वक्त chromatin chromosome में convert होते हैं. We have one chapter of cell division, and that we will study the same in that chapter. Okay. So what is nucleolus? The nucleolus is the largest structure in the nucleus of the eukaryotic cell. So this purple color is nucleus, and this dark purple color is nucleolus. Okay, and what is the main function is the ribosomal rRNA synthesis and ribosome biogenesis occur within this nucleolus. Okay, so what is, you have to remember only this thing कि nucleolus सबसे biggest portion होगा nucleus का, and where what like it is involved in what its function is ribosomal rRNA synthesis and ribosome biogenesis. Formation of ribosome and rRNA synthesis are the main function of this nucleolus.
So what is rRNA synthesis?
ये राइबोसोमल आरआरएनए होते हैं. ये मतलब अभी तुमको सिर्फ उतना याद ही रखना है. आई थिंक कि ये शायद जो सेल डिवीजन वाला चैप्टर है ना, उसमें वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी दिस. मैंने देखा नहीं है, बट आई थिंक ये होगा वहां पे. एमआरएनए होता है, आरआरएनए होता है, एसएनआरएनए होता है. देयर आर लॉट काइंड ऑफ राइबोसोम्स. तो mRNA messenger RNA, this RNA is ribosomal RNA. तो nucleolus is responsible for synthesis of ribosomal RNA. बस उतना याद रखो अभी. So all eukaryotic cells are not identical. So plants and animals are different as the form. Like okay, what is difference between plant cell and animal cell?
Plant cell have a cell
Presence of
wall.
cellulose, and
Animal cell does not have a cell wall.
And one more difference.
They have chloroplast. Animal cell does not have a chloroplast.
Plastid. And animals का एक बहुत बड़ा specific feature is there for animal cells. No, for plant cell I will be very happy अगर तुम में से कोई बताएगा तो. and that is the most important part of the plant cell.
Okay, cell.
देखो एक तो cell wall will be absent in animal cell, ठीक है?
Mitochondria is
दूसरा-
absent. I don't
नहीं
know.
नहीं,
Mitochondria is present.
माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एब्सेंट नहीं हो सकता. अगर माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एब्सेंट हुआ तो वो सेल जिंदा कैसे रहेगा? ATP synthesis occurs in mitochondria only. If mitochondria is absent means the cell is dead. Vacuole नहीं होगा. Vacuole will be only present in plant cell and it is absent in animal cell. और ये बहुत बहुत important चीज है. ये देखो ये, this is plant cell and plant cell में सबसे बड़ा organelle is vacuole, जबकि it will be absent in animal cells. This, like in your book they have given very typical diagram of cell, plant and animal. So from Google, if you found very like easiest example of plant cell and animal cell, then try to learn that diagram. You have to learn
Ma'am,
the
they will ask for cell diagram.
हाँ, they can ask. Long question में they can ask. क्योंकि they have given the description of the cells कि different parts का explanation they have given. No, cell membrane क्या है और ये क्या है वो क्या है. Then they can say कि draw diagram of animal cell, या they can ask draw diagram of animal cell and explain any 3 parts of animal cell, or they can say कि draw diagram of plant cell and explain any 3 or 4 parts, or they can ask simply draw diagram of both animal cell and plant cell and like
They may
explain
ask to label, ma'am. They may ask to draw and label specific ones.
label. Draw का तो I don't know, labeling they will ask definitely, I know. Diagram they will give and कुछ parts को they will like cover the labeling and they will say to label you, they will say you to label that, and they can also ask the difference between the plant cell and animal cell. So 3-4 differences that you know, you have to write that and you have to draw the diagram, label diagram. और ये तो you have to learn them आगे in future in your when you will be going to higher classes, तो ये तो you have to learn करने ही होंगे, because ये बहुत important चीज है. फ्यूचर में आप इसके बारे में you are going to study a lot about plant cell and animal cell, and they are not very tough. एक बार अगर like they have given in book, they very tough diagrams are given, but on Google you can search many easy diagrams you may also get. Well labeled easy diagram of plant and animal cell. ठीक है? Okay, now the cell membrane. So the it is not possible for us to see the cell membrane through our naked eyes. So we can only see the cell membrane under electron microscope. ठीक है? So so what does the study of cell membrane represent? That the cell membrane is mainly composed of lipid and proteins, and the major lipids are phospholipids that are arranged in a bilayer. So we all know that cell membrane is composed of 2 components, proteins and lipids, and the lipids of the cell membrane are known as phospholipids, and the cell membrane is a bilayer structure. Okay, you have to learn the definition. This is the definition of cell membrane. And the lipids, what about the lipids? The lipids are arranged within the membrane. Within the membrane means between 2 membranes, and with the polar head towards the outside and the hydrophobic tails towards the inner part. यहाँ मुझे diagram add करना चाहिए था. I have not added the diagram of lipid. So suppose this is the lipid का एक single lipid है. So this is the head that will be circular, that is polar. It will be present on the outer side of the cell membrane, and this is the tail. This tail will be hydrophobic, hydrophilic and hydrophobic. So what is difference between hydrophobic and hydrophilic? Hydrophilic means water. Tell me, Asmi.
Hydrophobic are the ones which move away from water, and hydrophilic are the ones which move towards water, right?
Very good. So the polar head of the membrane means hydrophilic will be present. outer side, and the non-polar tail, that is hydrophobic, will be present on the other side or the inner side. Okay, ये डायग्राम में होगा वैसे, आई शुड हैव एडिड, मैंने ऐड नहीं किया है. ठीक है, सो ये हमारे लिपिड्स हो गए. अब इसमें ये जो ब्लू कलर है ना, दिस इज हाइड्रोफिलिक. हाँ, दिस इज हाइड्रोफिलिक. और ये अंदर का साइड जो है ये है, नहीं आई उल्टा बोल रही हूँ मैं ना.
Yeah, ma'am. The tails are hydrophobic.
हाँ, ओके. So the tails are hydro, तो तब सही बोल रही हूँ. So this blue color hydrophilic, they are hydrophilic, they are present towards the water, and these tails are hydrophobic and they are present on the inner side. तो दोनों the tails of both layers of plasma membrane are facing each other, और जो इनके बीच का the environment will be like water will not be present there. That's why the hydrophobic tails will be present there, and on the both sides, these outer sides, this side and this side, the hydrophilic head will be present that are towards the water or aqueous yeah. ठीक है, आया समझ में? या अस्मी एंड ऋषा एंड अनवद्या समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing you have to remember. डायग्राम देख के like एक अपने दिमाग में you just make an image of this. I should have added diagram. I will add.
No, ma'am, we had learned this process last year in
Yes,
soap
ma'am.
formation in
Chemistry.
chemistry.
Organic.
Very good. Biomolecules chapter is quite tough chapter. I have prepared. I have started preparing notes for that chapter. थोड़ा पढ़ना tough रहेगा वो chapter. इसमें बहुत ज्यादा ही chemical structures ये सब. Okay, so in addition to phospholipid membrane, they also consist of cholesterol. So the plasma membrane or the cell membrane consists of proteins, lipids, phospholipids, cholesterol. And further, if like further study was done on this structure of plasma membrane, then they come to know that they consist of carbohydrate and protein as well. So mainly plasma membrane consists of many things, like it is composed of lipids, and lipids are known as phospholipids, lipids and proteins, lipids known as phospholipids. उसके अलावा they consist of cholesterol, they consist of proteins, and they consist of carbohydrates as well. ठीक है? So mainly they are composed of lipids and proteins only. अगर कोई पूछता है that the phospholipid or the plasma membrane or the cell membrane is like kitne layered hai, then you should say it is bi-layered, and it consists of dash and dash. So it consists of proteins and lipids, and lipids are known as phospholipids. And why they are known as like that, or the hydrophilic head and hydrophobic head ka difference you should know. ठीक है? Okay, and the ratio of protein and lipids varies considerably in different cell types. So protein to lipid ratio is not fixed in case of cell membrane. It varies along with different cell types. Okay? So this is an example. In human beings, the membrane of the erythrocyte has 52% of protein and 40% of lipids. So like this is just an example. So on the basis of extraction, the membrane proteins can be classified. So again, lipid to kya ho gaye? Phospholipids ho gaye. Membrane mein proteins are also present. So on like how easily we can extract the proteins from this plasma membrane, on basis of that, they are classified into three types. The one is integral, the second is peripheral, and the दो कैसे हो गए? तीन होने चाहिए. वेट एक मिनट. अब क्लासिफाइड इज इंटीग्रल एंड पेरिफेरल. पेरिफेरल प्रोटीन्स लाई ऑन द सरफेस. इंटीग्रल एक होता है इंटीग्रल, एक होता है पेरिफेरल, और एक और होता है क्या पता दो ही कैसे हो गए. इंटीग्रल प्रोटीन्स तो ये हो गए, ये हो गए पेरिफेरल प्रोटीन. देयर शुड वन मोर, एक और होना चाहिए, क्या पता. ठीक है, अभी दो है तो दो ही ठीक है. So the membrane proteins may be of two types, integral protein and peripheral proteins. So what is difference between these two is the peripheral proteins lie on the surface of the, like you can remember them with the help of their names also. Peripheral means it will be present on the periphery or surface of the membrane, while the integral proteins are partially or totally buried in the membrane. Means it may be possible that these integral protein may be present up to here only, or it may be present that they are present like they are embedded in such a way that they are emerging out from both the sides, like in this diagram. This is the integral protein जो plasma membrane के अंदर it is like embedded inside the plasma membrane. Then it is integral protein. Integral means internal, and peripheral means it will be present on the periphery or the surface of the membrane.
Ma'am, there are two types only. Even in the textbook, it's two types.
नहीं यार, हो सकता है हायर क्लासेस में पढ़ोगे. देयर आर 3 टाइप्स. ये जो इंटीग्रल प्रोटीन्स पार्शियली और फुली एम्बेडेड होता है ना, देयर आर 2 टर्म्स फॉर दैट. आई रिमेंबर दैट, लाइक ऐसा
Ma'am,
होता
where
है.
is the third protein probably
नहीं,
present?
like the protein will be 2 types only. लेकिन जो इनकी conditions है ना, like they are present in periphery, they are completely embedded, they are partially embedded. So there is different term for completely and partially embedded proteins. They are integral protein only. लेकिन दो term different terms use होती है उनके लिए. अभी मुझे याद नहीं है, but मैं देख के
Yeah,
आई हूँ.
ma'am. यहाँ लिखा भी है कि integral proteins are partially or totally buried in the membrane.
हाँ, तो उनके basis पे there are 2 terminology given to them. अब I don't remember that. ठीक है. So according to this, the fluid nature of lipid enables the lateral movement of proteins within all over the lipid bilayers. So these the lipids of the plasma membrane are very flexible. Flip flop, they can flip flop, means like they will allow these proteins to to help them to embed in the plasma membrane because of the like fluid nature of these lipids. Okay, so the ability to move within the membrane is measured as its fluidity. Means these like the membrane the ability of these proteins to embed or emerge or come out of the membrane is known as fluidity. And the fluid nature of the membrane is also important from point of view of functions like what is the main function of plasma membrane is cell growth, formation of intercellular junctions. I have told you earlier. Give me name of the intercellular junctions. Tell me name of intercellular junctions present in case of animals. I have told you.
Gap junction, adhering junction. There's one more. I forgot.
There are 2 more.
Oh, ma'am, 3, right?
Yes. Desmosomes are also one
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
junction.
Yeah, desmosomes.
Cap junction, adhering junction, tight junction, and desmosome.
Yeah, tight junction, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And secretion, endocytosis, and cell division, they all are the function of the plasma membrane or cell membrane. Okay. Chalo, take 2. How much time is left? We have some time, right?
20
20 minutes.
Chalo, take 5 minutes break. Go and drink some water. Okay. Should I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So along with these function, there is one most important function performed by plasma membrane, that is transport of the molecules across it. Plasma membrane is responsible for transport of molecule from inside to outside as well as from outside to inside of the cell. ठीक है? And the membrane is selectively permeable to some molecules present on either side of it. Selectively permeable means like the plasma membrane will allow some molecules to come inside and some to go outside. It is not fully permeable. It is semi-permeable or selectively permeable. There are two terms. Semi-permeable means it will allow small things and will not allow bigger things. And selectively permeable means it will allow only selected things to come inside and go outside. Okay? So many molecules can move briefly across the membrane without any requirement of energy, and this is known as passive transport. Okay? The three terms will be coming. You should know and learn the difference between these three and don't get confused. Okay? And if you found difficulty at any point, you can ask. But ध्यान से सुनना ये चीजें, they are very important. So what does passive transport means? The movement of molecule across the membrane without requirement of any energy, then this is known as passive. Passive means without energy. Okay, so movement of the molecules across the plasma membrane without help of any energy means easily. It is known as passive transport. And the neutral solutes may move across the membrane by the process of simple diffusion along the concentration gradient. What do you mean by along the concentration gradient?
From high to low
From high
concentration.
concentration to low concentration. Okay, from higher concentration to lower concentration. So neutral solutes means without any charge. There are positive charge, negative charge solutes, and neutral means they don't have any charge. So these neutral solutes, they move across the plasma membrane by a process of simple diffusion. Diffusion means like the movement of a molecule from its higher concentration to lower concentration. So higher concentration and lower concentration means, higher concentration means the area where the particular thing will be present in more concentration. So more to high is known as simple diffusion. ठीक है? आ रहा है समझ में अस्मी और अनवद्या? Okay. So this water may also move across this membrane from its higher to lower concentration, and the movement of water by diffusion is known as osmosis. So what is difference between diffusion and osmosis?
Ma'am, osmosis is only possible for the cases where water is involved. Osmosis is only possible
Liquid.
in water. Whereas,
Ah.
yeah, liquid. And
Liquid.
diffusion
The
is
osmosis word is
and diffusion is for various other things like gases and other substances.
Yeah, okay. So movement of
Ma'am,
water.
and osmosis only occurs through a semi-permeable membrane, whereas diffusion can occur through like any membrane.
Selectively, mostly through selectively permeable membrane, semi-permeable membrane. क्या बोला? Please repeat.
Osmosis can occur only through a semi-permeable membrane. Diffusion, I don't think so. Diffusion needs I mean, it needs a membrane, but it's not necessary that it's semi-permeable.
नहीं बेटा, semi-permeable तो होगी.
Because when we were reading like the process of osmosis, so like the word semi-permeable was only there for osmosis, not for diffusion.
अच्छा, ठीक है. So you just have to remember that the word osmosis means movement of water or liquid molecules from higher concentration to the definition will be same in case of diffusion and osmosis, but the only difference is the movement, जो things move हो रही है वो differ करेंगी. ठीक है? So don't get confused between osmosis and diffusion. ठीक है? Okay. So, like the example, as the polar molecules cannot pass through the non-polar lipid bilayer. Non-polar means the lipid bilayer that is having non-polar, that is made up of non-polar molecules. So the polar molecules, these polar molecules cannot pass through the non-polar lipid bilayer because the size of the polar molecules is like big. Okay, and they require a carrier protein of the membrane to facilitate their transport across the membrane. So the polar molecules, they are of bigger size and they cannot pass through the non-polar lipid bilayer because so they require some carrier proteins that helps or that facilitate them to transport across the membrane. So a few ions or molecules are transported across the membrane against their concentration gradient. So what do you mean by against the concentration gradient?
The opposite way, like from lower to higher.
Lower to higher.
Tell me, from lower concentration to higher concentration. Okay, so you should, and this is a very common thing, that if we are trying to like suppose you are driving your bike, your Activa or your bike something. So if you are driving in this direction and wind is in this direction, then you are trying to move your like bike in this direction. So that is opposite the like flow of air. So similarly, if we are like, if anything is passed or moved through the plasma membrane against the concentration gradient, means from lower concentration to higher concentration, such transport requires the energy that is in form of ATP, and this is known as active transport. And this active transport occurs with the help of some channels or some carrier proteins. And the example of active transport is sodium potassium pump. This is like thoda sa higher class, you will study about these different types of pumps. So to facilitate the movement of the materials along the plasma membrane in opposite direction, we require certain carrier proteins that helps them to move in the opposite direction, and they also require energy in form of ATP. This is known as active transport. Okay, so there are three types of things, active, four types of it: diffusion, osmosis, active transport, and passive transport. So the difference between all the four is clear.
Ma'am, can you explain passive transport once more?
Okay, passive transport means movement of any molecules across the plasma membrane without any need of energy. From its like they can easily pass throughout inside and out, towards inside and towards outside of the plasma membrane without help of any energy. They can easily pass. So this is known as passive. Passive means without requirement of any energy. And
Whereas active requires energy, right?
Energy in form of ATP.
Okay, ma'am, got it.
ठीक है, ठीक है. Risha and Anvadya, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now cell wall. How much time is left?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Cell wall. So a non-living rigid structure called the cell wall forms the outer covering of the plasma membrane. So you should know that the cell wall is not a living layer. Cell wall is the non-living layer, and it is very strong layer that is present outside the plasma membrane. सबसे पहले cell envelope is present. So सबसे पहले हो गया वो बैक्टीरिया के केस में ग्लाइकोकैलिक्स, फिर सेल वॉल, देन प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन. In case of eukaryotes, plasma membrane and cell wall will be present. So ये cell wall, it will be present outside the plasma membrane of fungus and plants only, because we know that the cell wall is absent in case of
Animals.
animals. Very good. The cell wall not only gives shape to the cell and protects the cell from mechanical damage and infection, although not only this, but it also helps in cell-to-cell interaction and provides barrier to the undesirable molecules. So the cell wall is not only responsible for maintaining the shape and structure of the cell, and also because it is very rigid, so it protects the cell, but it also helps in cell to cell interaction, means the interaction between two cells with the help of many junctions, and it also it will not allow the undesirable things out from outside to inside of the cells. ठीक है? So algae, the cell, ये you have to learn this. ठीक है? ये याद रखना है. इसमें question may be asked that the cell wall of the algae is made up of cellulose, galactans, mannans, and minerals like calcium carbonate. While in other plant, it consists of cellulose, hemicellulose, pectins, and proteins. So this is very important point. ठीक है? Like in one number question, one can ask that what is difference between the cell wall of algae and other plants. ठीक है? And the cell wall of fungus is made up of
Chitin.
अब ऋषा कभी नहीं भूलेगी ये, है ना? Okay, fine. So this is the structure of the cell wall. This outer layer, it is this is middle lamella. This is primary cell wall, and this blue color represents the plasma membrane, and these yellow color fibers represents the pectin, and these are the cellulose microfibrils, and these green color diagram, this green color क्या कहेंगे इनको, linings represents hemicellulose, and these are soluble proteins. ठीक है? So this is the diagram of the cell wall. Now I will explain you each part of cell wall. ठीक है? So the cell wall in case of young plant cell, that is the primary cell wall, it is helpful in growth, which gradually diminishes as the cell matures. So the cell wall may be like the cell wall consists of two parts, या two generations कह सकते हैं हम. So young plant में the cell wall will be primary cell wall, and this primary cell wall diminishes as the cell matures, and it is replaced by the secondary cell wall. So the cell wall may be primary in case of when the plant is young, then the cell wall is known as primary cell wall, and as the plant matures, this primary cell wall get destructed or damaged, and it is replaced by the secondary cell wall that is formed on the inner side towards the side of the cell. ठीक है? So अगर like कुछ जब when someone is studying archaeological studies होती है ना, तो जैसे स्टेम का करते हैं ना, तो उसका वो जो कॉर्क होता है ना, उसका जो layers होती है ना, that are used to study the age of the tree. Similarly, ये जो in case of plant cell wall, primary and secondary cell wall study can reveal that the plant is like how old the plant is. ठीक है? Okay. And what is the middle lamella? This is, I have like told you that this is middle lamella, but what is middle lamella? This middle lamella is the layer mainly made up of calcium pectate. It is made up of calcium pectates, and what is its main function is it holds or glues the different neighboring cells together. Like two plant cells are there, then they are held together with the help of this middle lamella. ठीक है? And the cell wall and the middle lamella may be traversed by the plasmodesmata, which connect the cytoplasm of the neighboring cell. Plasmodesmata, you know what are plasmodesmata?
No, ma'am.
That is junction in case of plant cell. Plasmodesmata will be present between two plant cells, and they are responsible for connecting the cytoplasm of two plant cells. जैसे एनिमल्स में हमने पढ़े ना, टाइट जंक्शन, गैप जंक्शन, they all have their specific function.
We didn't study plasmodesmata. I don't remember studying this.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. You will study it now. कोई बात नहीं, क्या हो गया तो.
You were like it was there.
Tight junction, gap junctions you have studied earlier.
Yeah. Ma'am, आपने सिखाया था ना पहले in the previous chapter. So you told it is there in the previous chapter.
No, so this plasmodesmata is not present in the previous chapter.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is new thing for you, and I should have diagram here. I should have added, but I think ये अगर प्लांट सेल का ऐसा स्पेसिफिक कोई चैप्टर नहीं ना जिसमें भी लाइक आई हैव टू एक्सप्लेन यू द प्लांट सेल एंड देयर ये थिंग आई डोंट थिंक कि प्लाज्मोडेस्माटा दिस इज योर होमवर्क यू कैन सर्च ऑन गूगल ठीक है व्हाट इज प्लाज्मोडेस्माटा हाउ डज इट लुक्स व्हाट इज इट्स फंक्शन ये दिस विल बी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड एक्स्ट्रा नॉलेज इज ऑलवेज वेरी गुड ठीक है ओके And now what is pectin? Pectin हो गया क्या? थोड़ा सा पढ़ा था शायद. So what is pectin? Pectin is an important cell wall polysaccharide. Okay, polysaccharide means
Complex protein.
Complex
Carbohydrates. Sorry.
many carbohydrates are combined together to form the polysaccharide. ठीक है? That allows the primary cell wall extension and plant growth. So pectin is a polysaccharide and its main function is it helps the extension and plant growth of like plant primary cell wall extension and the growth of the plant. So during fruit ripening, this pectin is broken down by the enzyme known as pectinase and pectin esterase, in which process the fruit becomes softer as the middle lamella break down and the cell becomes separated from each other. So the pectin plays a very important role in fruit ripening. ठीक है? When the fruit get ripened, then the this pectin will be present in the fruit, and as the fruit ripens, this pectin is broken down with the help of two enzymes, pectinase and pectin esterase. So because of that, the fruit becomes softer, और जो middle lamella present होगी within the fruit, it will also get broken down and the cell becomes separate, जिसकी वजह से the fruit looks very like ripened fruit looks softer. ठीक है? So why the fruit after ripening looks softer? Because the pectin that is the pectin present in fruit is broken down with the help of two enzymes that causes the softening of the fruit, and middle lamella will also be present within that fruit. वो middle lamella उसको strength provide करने के लिए होगी, लेकिन if the fruit is ripened, then that middle lamella is also broken down, and the cells middle lamella is present between two cells of the plant. When it is broken down, the cell becomes loose and the fruit becomes softer. ठीक है? Now if someone asks you कि why the ripened fruit is very softer, then you can answer.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है? Then I will ask this in test. So अच्छे से पढ़ना ही. I am going to ask this question in test of this chapter. ठीक है? Now what is microfibril? A microfibril is composed of cellulose that are arranged in orthogonal layers. Orthogonal layers. So cellulose is a straight chain polysaccharide that is composed of beta-1,4 linkage of glucose, means between different subunits of glucose, beta-1,4 linkage will be present and they forms the cellulose, and it is the major component of plant cell wall. Cellulose is the major component of the plant cell wall, and what is like it is responsible for giving the strength to the plant cell wall, and it also helps in absorption of water and here, therefore it prevents the desiccation of the cell, means bursting of the cell will be provided by the cellulose. So you should know that the cellulose, it is a polysaccharide and it is made by like a composition of glucose subunits with the linkage beta-1,4 linkage. ये linkage you have to remember. ठीक है? 1 minute. Hello. Yes. No.
Hello.
Okay. ठीक है? So you have to remember that beta-1,4 linkage will be present between the glucose subunits to form the cellulose in case of plant cells. ठीक है? Plant cell wall. And what is hemicellulose? Yeah, I am explaining you the different parts of the diagram given I have given above. ठीक है, so diagram तो अभी ऊपर रह गया. You can correlate the things when you were like preparing this chapter for your test. ठीक है, try to correlate the things with that diagram. It is not given in your book, but I have added. I think के book में बहुत छोटा cell wall दिया हुआ है, but you should know the diagram and different parts of the cell wall at least. So what is hemicellulose? हाँ, कोई बोल रहा था क्या?
No, ma'am, people are joining for the next class, so that's why.
I'm going to finish this. What is hemicellulose? This is a branched polymer of pentose and hexose sugar. So what is difference between cellulose and hemicellulose? Cellulose is simply made up of the glucose subunits, but the hemicellulose, it is like a polymer that is forming branching, and it is made up of pentose and hexose sugar. Pentose means 5 carbon sugar and hexose means 6 carbon sugar. ठीक है, that are found in the plant cell wall, and the hemicellulose is attached to the cellulose macrofibrils forming the cellulose matrix network that keeps the cell wall rigid. So this cellulose is responsible for providing rigidity to the cell wall. Along with that, the hemicellulose is also responsible for providing the strength or rigidity to the cell wall. But what is difference between them is these hemicellulose like form a web-like network by interlinking with cellulose, and then they provide this rigidity to the cell wall. And what is like the pectin? The pectin matrix that provides the environment for deposition, slippage and extension of the cellulose matrix networks and is the major adhesive material. So ये जो आपका सेल्यूलोज और हेमिसेल्यूलोज का नेटवर्क है, इनके बीच में द पेक्टिन विल बी ऑलवेज प्रेजेंट, एंड दिस इज रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द एडिशन. सो पेक्टिन इज आल्सो नोन एज एडेसिव मटेरियल. ठीक है. And what is one last thing, soluble proteins are also present in them. What are soluble protein? These are the proteins that are readily soluble, means they will become soluble very fast. They are easily soluble, and possibly their role is not fixed role is not known yet, but it might be possible that they play a major role in cell to cell interactions during the development. Okay. So we have completed our what is this?
Cell wall.
Yeah, cell wall. आज कम पढ़ पाए हम लोग. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है, तो we will. अरे एक बात बोलो. If you are like you all are able to join, if I'll take class tomorrow.
What time, ma'am? We have test also tomorrow.
Oh, अच्छा, fine. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. I'll take the class on, but like I'll take the class on Monday. ठीक है. Tuesday को भी लूंगी. I try to take the class on the 3 days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. लेकिन अगर Wednesday का class नहीं हुआ तो I'll take the class on Friday or Saturday. I'll inform you. ठीक है. Because I'll be traveling on Thursday, so एक दिन तो चाहिएगा मुझे.
Mom, when will you be coming back?
After 1 month, I think. But I'll take classes from there also. ठीक है. I'm not going on holidays. I will take your classes from there also. ठीक है. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere before finishing your syllabus. ठीक है.
Ma'am,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
when will we be discussing those answers, like our doubts and all?
अरे अभी तो I want to finish this chapter in biomolecules. So once I reach at my native, then we can do one thing. I'll be taking test on one day and we'll be taking class on another day. So जिस दिन class लेंगे, I'll put last 10 minutes for questions only. Then I will be clearing your doubts. Regular हो जाएगा ना फिर, like test हुआ, I'll check your test copy, and in next class, last 10 minutes, we'll be discussing the things which you are not able to understand. It is not possible to like discuss the complete chapter. I'll be sending you answer keys. You can match your answers with that, and after that, if you have any difficulty, I'll clear the doubt. Fine?
And ma'am, our midterms are starting by 12th of October.
Okay, till then, I'm going to finish this term syllabus. तो मुझे लग रहा है, because biomolecules वाला chapter is थोड़ा सा टफ है, लेकिन उसमें एक्स्ट्रा कुछ नहीं पढ़ना है. उसमें you have to study the things that are present in your book that are more than enough. I have started making notes for that chapter. तो I found कि इसमें कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा डायग्राम ऐड नहीं कर सकते, कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा मटेरियल का रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. वो चैप्टर इज लाइक बहुत more than enough is given in your book. और वो सेल में जो सेल डिवीजन वाला चैप्टर है वो तो बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. मुझे लगा था कि आई शुड हैव स्टार्टेड दैट आफ्टर दिस, बट ठीक है, स्कूल के साथ ही चलते हैं.
Which chapter, ma'am? कौन सा chapter?
Cell division, mitosis, meiosis chapter is there, no?
Are you talking
Yeah,
about cell cycle or something?
cell
Yeah, that's
cycles.
cell cycle and cell division. That's the chapter's name.
Okay.
Hmm.
That is also
Right.
there, ma'am, for our exam.
So only after finishing this chapter, I have to complete 2 chapters in this month only, so that I can take test in rest of the days. ठीक है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है,
Ma'am,
चलो.
you will be taking test for the complete chapters or only based on our portions?
नहीं. I will be taking complete test
Like
of
that
complete.
cockroach and frog and all have been deleted, so you'll be taking for them also, right?
I'll ask sir actually.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है ना? Like I can do one thing. I'll ask sir. I can't say anything by my own. You can drop and like please drop this message in our group so that I can talk with sir and will let you know. क्योंकि otherwise I will forget. मैं भूल जाऊंगी. ठीक है? Okay, चलो. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye.
ma'am.